Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman, illustrations or artwork by Katrina Sokolova, which I think is over here under Tarot. Websites are torihartman.com or watkinspublishing.com, which are on the back there. Feel free to freeze frame if you need that information. Supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. Those are the tarot cards. These are the Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites are the same that I saw. ToriHartman.com. Or is it .co.uk? .co.uk. Wait a minute. ToriHartman.com. WatkinsPublishing.co.uk or WatkinsPublishing.com. There we go. Feel free to freeze frame if you need that information. Hopefully it focuses so you can if you want to. Okay. What do we have for Cancer? Move the dice out of the way. Okay. Got a... Well, there's a bit of orange. And a little bit of red. A lot of warm colors I'm feeling. I feel like this, when I feel all these warm colors, and I know that, not everybody's in the northern hemisphere, but I'm feeling a lot of well, it's one or the other. It's either like you're going to be outside doing stuff, it's an event like that, or if you're in the southern hemisphere at this time, even though these readings are valid for whenever that you come to them, it's like there's an event where there's a lot of people, or there's a lot of people around, and there's like, if you're in a big room, if there's a lot of people, that still can generate a lot of heat. So I feel like there's a lot of people around. I feel like that's what the heat's talking about. A lot of people. Feels like there's a lot of people. And there's a whole new situation. Somebody's entering the situation. I'm seeing this, but I'm feeling like somebody's coming into the situation here. Somebody new is showing up. This could be work. It could be family. It could be friends. Somebody new is getting introduced to the situation. A magician with the three of fire, which is moving things in, things coming in. Somebody's coming in. Definitely somebody's coming in. Now, when this happens, they're completely new to you. Like, they're completely new to you. You have the Nine of Swords. I feel like they're completely new to you. Take that with a grain of salt, because I'm getting like there's some type of discord here. And it may just be, I don't know what to think about this person, or I don't know about how this is going to affect how other things work. Especially if it's a work situation, it's kind of like things work the way they were or the way they are. I don't know if I really like how this person is adding in. They have like, I keep getting like this, it seems like the personality that's coming in, they might be very forward. Because I feel like there's a lot of energy coming in from this energy that it's kind of like, I don't know if it matches what I'm looking for. I don't know if it matches how I do things. And I feel like it's a very bold, vocal energy. I do feel like it's very bold and vocal. And it's kind of like, I don't like the questions that are being asked. It may be literally the way they're being asked or the way the energy's coming in. It just seems very contrary to the way you like things done. It's just kind of asking or expecting information to come forward, and you're like, I don't even know you. I don't even know you, and you're asking things that I'm not comfortable talking about, at least not with you. The Tower coming in with the guilt, kind of like, just the way it came off. I don't think you did anything wrong, but the way this energy starts, I feel like I might be more defensive just because of the way the energy comes in. It just doesn't feel comfortable to me. Which I don't think is wrong, but I just feel like there's an energy here like, oh boy, we're going to have a problem, and I just didn't like the way this worked. Something's coming in. But the thing is, the other side doesn't seem to be paying attention enough to really be worried about it. They know they can be a little bit abrasive at first, and people don't usually like them right off the bat, but the question is this going to start a problem, or is this just a moment? Because I get the Ace of Pentacles with impartiality. They're not paying attention close enough. Is this going to go better, or is this going to not go better? Hold back is hold back a good thing for you? It might be good. I don't think that's that difficult if that's what you decide to do. Two of Cups, and then the Star card. There's still a chance for this to be okay. Be more conservative, hold energy back, be careful who you talk to during this time. Try to keep your opinions to yourself and give it, like, if you can, at least 2 weeks, but I would say optimally 2 months. Give this person 2 months to show you who they are. 2 months is more optimal. 2 weeks at least, but if you can do 2 months where you just keep your opinion to yourself, kind of like, I don't know what to think of this person. I'm just trying to figure out who they are, what they're about. I want to see the proof. I want to see the proof of who they really are. If you can hold back on the sense of talking to other people about what you're seeing and just letting them tell you how they're dealing with this person and just keeping your opinion to yourself optimally for 2 months. I know that seems like a long time, but if you give it that time and you don't really put your opinion out there about what you think about this person, a lot of truths will come forward. Other people will tell you about what they're experiencing and what they think. You'll see more from this person, and you just give it a chance to really show you what it's made of. Whoever this is, you'll get a chance to really see who they're made of. If you talk too much, I feel like you might formulate an opinion that might hold the situation back or hold you back. Because I don't feel like that opinion will stay private. I just don't feel like it'll stay private. It'll kind of germinate around in a way that might work against you. Yeah, especially with the Hierophant, which is interesting, because I feel like the situation works a certain way. I just want to see how this person naturally fits. It's like this, I feel like this person's in some type of big library or something. Not that that's where they are, but to me it almost feels like a giant library, and it's kind of like, well, in the library, we do a lot of work here, but we're very respectful of people's personal space. We're not too loud here. We have certain areas where we can shut the room up and we can watch videos or we can talk about things, but there's certain areas for that. There's certain places for that. How does this person naturally fit in here? Do they need a minute to really understand the rules of this library, or do they get it and they're just kind of like a little bit clunky to start with? I'm getting the energy is good. I think it's good, but it may not be your jam. So that, you know what I mean? Sometimes people are good, but they're just not your jam. You know what I mean? Five of Cups and the Justice card. I feel like whoever this is good enough. I feel like they're a good person. I don't think they're bad. I'm not seeing a bad energy. Granted, this is a general read. Take it with a grain of salt. But they're not your jam. They're just not your thing. This isn't how you roll. This isn't how you do things. It's fine for them living their life, but when it comes to your life, you don't really mesh with this energy is what I'm getting. They have a certain way of doing things, and I feel like there's a very active energy here. That's the thing with Temperance. It's a very active energy with the water going from one to the other. It may not have, like, I don't know. There may not be big changes all at once, but there's constant motion, if that makes sense. It's keeping things going, and things just kind of naturally change because things keep moving. Like, there is change. It's just over time you see the real change. That's why they're saying give it some time. Because I feel like if you give it some time, you'll see the character of this person, which is the most important thing. And then from there, you could be like, well, I don't really care for how they do things. I don't really feel like I match up with that the greatest. I don't think of them as a bad person, but I don't really think I care to really deal with them any more than I have to. If you also give this 2 months, if 2 months is possible, that'd be great. But if it's 2 weeks, then it's 2 weeks. If you give this person that time, though, they seem to also learn and follow and realize how you like to do things. And I feel like to a point, they might be accommodating. As long as there's no, because I feel like if you don't keep your opinion to yourself for at least 2 weeks, they might hear something, they might think that you don't really care for them. And if they think you don't really care for them, they won't really try to help you in any way. But if they do think you like them, you just don't match as the way you do things, they might try to at least work in your benefit to some point, to some degree. Some is better than none, you know what I mean? Because I see them looking at this kind of like, I'll give to them if they give to me. As long as I don't think they're completely against me, I'll try to give to them where I can if they give to me. And they might even be more forthcoming. They might give to you first, kind of like, I'll start this in a good way. Let's see if Cancer keeps up with me. As long as they don't think you're just flat out against them. Which there might be a little, not that you would be flat out against them, but if there's information kind of just floating around and opinions just floating around, they might believe that, even if it's not true, just to be fair. I feel like you can deal with this energy. You can coexist with this energy. It just still won't be your jam. But I feel like the two of you could find a way to coexist and just kind of work with each other. You just may not be best buddies. That can happen here. If we just take it slow, keep things more to ourselves, let the situation show us what it's really about. If there's no discord, that, you know what I mean, I keep getting that same thing, and I hope I'm saying it right. Just be careful what you say about this person, because I feel like it'll easily get back to them. And if it seems like there's like, oh, you don't like me, oh, Cancer doesn't like me, well, then I'm not going to go out of my way for Cancer. That's going to cause problems. But if you keep that, it's not bad that you feel the way you feel, but if you keep it to yourself for at least 2 weeks, hopefully 2 months, I feel like there can be a mutual respect, kind of like, yeah, I don't really care for how they do it, but they're a good person, and I see them as a good person. They'll try to be more accommodating. It's different. I'm not saying it's going to be best buddies. Again, I don't see that ever happening here, but at least more accommodating, more respectful to each other. Coexisting is not a problem. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. I feel like if this congeals correctly, 6 of Swords and the Chariot card, which is your card. When you don't really see eye to eye, you'll just kind of ignore each other, but I don't think you'll fight if this comes together correctly. And there's going to be times where you just don't see eye to eye, but it's just kind of like, all right, well, that's their bag, so I'm going to leave them to it. Or if you're doing something and they don't like it, they'll just kind of like, well, that's Cancer's bag, so I'll just stay away from it. They can do what they want. I just won't be a part of it. You'll just kind of leave each other alone when you disagree too greatly. So I feel like it'll be fine. Coexisting can work well. It can. And it can be a very cohesive, like, everything's cool, we're not going to get along with everybody perfectly anyway, but if we can at least see each other as good people, we can coexist calmly. Are we good? Alright. That's the message I have for this reading. I hope that helped. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.